So you know how people have been liking The Rock less and less as time has gone on? I've never really agreed with that, although I thought his movies are getting a little bit dull. I don't like that he keeps playing the same character in every single movie. I've never had anything against him personally, and at the end of the day, I still don't, but I'm starting to understand where some of that criticism is coming from, because The Rock said something that is one of my, and probably a lot of yours as well, biggest pet peeves of all time. We're going to get into that in just a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's take a look at this. You can find it anywhere, guys, but Culture Crave is typically my go-to. The Rock says people should be able to sing in movie theaters. You've paid your hard-earned money for a ticket, and you've gone into a musical, and you're into it. Sing. That's crazy. That's crazy. You've paid your hard-earned money for a ticket. You know what else we paid for? To hear the professionals sing, and not some weirdo who's overly obsessed with Wicked, man. I don't want to hear it in Moana. I don't want to hear it in Wicked. I don't want to hear it ever. That's crazy. Anybody talking, period. Anybody on their phone. We already have to deal with enough of, like, the most disrespectful people of all time coming to a movie theater. There's always those people. I hate them, and they're the worst. I wholeheartedly believe movie theaters should somehow sanction it to just throw hands whenever you whenever you deem necessary, because that would solve it really, really quick. Regardless, we already have to deal with people being on their phones, people giggling and talking about something that's completely unrelated, boyfriends and girlfriends going into movies and either just kissing each other or laughing together, just interrupting the entire movie. And it's fine to laugh at the movie, but you know that's not what they're talking about. You have to deal with people bringing, for some God knows why reason, their brand newborn baby who's crying through the entire thing. And worst of all, the people who go there when they're sick. And the entire movie, you not only have to listen to but you have to worry about taking a disease going home. To add to the people who think that they have a good enough voice to sing in a movie theater, no, those people are going to be worse. Those are already the worst kinds of people. You know, okay, before I say it, you specifically may be a normal theater kid. There's plenty of them that exist, but you know what I'm talking about when I say the theater kids, okay? The theater kids who just all of a sudden have to break out in song, and everybody has to listen to how good I am at singing. They find every excuse in the book to sing. They hear The Rock say that. They go there. They know this Wicked song. They sing. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you wonder why movie theaters are hurting right now. If people legitimately do this because there's dumb enough people in the world to listen to what The Rock says and what their favorite celebrity has to say, that people might actually go do this, okay? It's not just what I have to say about it, though. Let's take a look at how people reacted over on the Explore page, replies to Culture Crave, discussing film, all over Twitter, because you could find this story everywhere. Let's see what everybody had to say about this, okay? Let's start off with one of the top replies over from Happy Captain. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but the reason theaters are struggling is a lack of social norms there. If I'm paying a ton of money to see a movie, I'm there to see a movie, not hear someone sing over it, take a phone call, or text at full brightness. Oh, the full brightness is crazy. Like, the audacity of some people. And if you thought what I was saying was crazy, where, like, it should be sanctioned to throw hands, you tell me, like, oh, I can't say that. This is why people wait for movies to come out on streaming and avoid theaters. That's true. That's true. In my hometown, actually, they're building a movie theater that has, like, sections to it, and I'll pay the premium price for it. I don't care. Get me away from people. Like, dude, at least it's just a little bit. And this guy has the audacity to say, okay, boomer. I'd pay to listen to you sing, okay? Let's continue on to some more replies. I love Dwayne Johnson, but I still think he's wrong on this. I'm so glad nobody sang when I watched Wicked over the weekend. Yeah, I can't imagine. I personally hated Wicked. I personally hated it. But I would hate it even more if some loser decided to come in and start singing along with this song, because that was the only redeeming quality of Wicked, in my opinion, was listening to the beautiful voice of the two leads over there. Let's continue on to Omni. We love Omni. I don't smell what The Rock is cooking. Exactly. Love to see Omni agreeing over here. And I feel like most people, besides probably the theater kids, are agreeing with this. Salvatore, shut the hell up, Dwayne. I don't want to hear people in the theater saying. I want to hear the actual experienced people on screen perform. That is what I paid for. And I love to see this over here. I'm in, and I'm a musical theater nerd. There should be specific showings to sing along, like the Rocky Horror. I'm not familiar with that. But general admission doesn't want to hear simultaneous bad karaoke's for top dollars. Yeah, I don't know if that exists. Like, okay, this sing-along movie theater type thing. But if you advertise something like that, hey, Tuesday night, whatever time, you can come out and we're going to have a karaoke version of Wicked. That's okay. Let all the people gather around in there and have their own little... Actually, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Have a showtime for that, just like in the back of the theater, in the basement if they have one. Just have all of those disrespectful people keep to themselves over in that corner. That'd be sick. That's a great idea. Or like, oh my God, just one where it's like, hey, phones permitted here. That's cool. We love that. Actually, that's a really, really good idea. Anyways, Sad Pelosi had this to say, 95% of people sing much worse than they think they do. Why doesn't The Rock just say, I haven't been in a public theater for 30 years? That's probably true, actually, too. I never really thought about that. But that's so true, too. 95% of people sing much worse than they think they do. And, man, they have to just make it known about their voice. They have to make it known, and it drives me up the wall. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves from back in high school. I still carry the hatred to this day. Okay? It's these people, the people who just find an excuse to sing. And again, it's very important to note. The last time I will say it. If you're a singer, if you're a theater kid, you're probably normal watching this video, and I have absolutely nothing against you. I respect what you do a lot, and you are more talented than I ever will be, okay? That's fantastic what you do, but you know people I'm talking about. So these specific theater kids and the people who just relentlessly hate on sports, calling it sports ball, touchdown, maybe, score, what am I supposed to say? Like those people and the theater kids, like, I don't think you can get possibly worse. War Lizard had this to say, he's trying to market the film. If you can get people to sing along, you can get them to see it multiple times in the theater. He's trying to make it an in-event picture, a cultural thing, not just a movie. Rocky Horror Picture Show type thing. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that Rocky Horror Picture Show thing that they've been talking about, but I never really thought about that, to be honest with you. He's trying to market the film. If you can get people to sing along, you can get them to see it multiple times. That's true. But why ruin it for the rest of the world? Do you care about your profit that much? Unfortunately. If people start singing in a movie theater, I'm throwing hands. I agree with this one. It should be sanctioned by movie theaters to just throw hands whenever you deem necessary, because all the normal people would be A-okay with that. I remember people being angry when I screamed during Endgame. There's always that one. You know what? They're so proud of it too. The people throwing popcorn, the people just on their phones. They're so proud of it. If somebody says shush to them, they'll take it, like they'll internalize it and be like, they ruined that guy's movie. Like, they're sick, they're twisted, they're weird, and I have so much more to say about them. Kaida had this to say, if I pay for a John Wick movie, I should get active in there then. I disagree with that. That's a horrible thing to say. Lucky Puyo had this to say, sing-along versions, I totally get it, but a regular screening, yeah, no. Again, very, very common sense. I don't know, like, do sing-along ones exist? If anybody's watching this and comment down below, I would appreciate that, because that's a fantastic idea, and I've personally never heard of one. Boston Brand had this to say about it. The only time that this might be acceptable is during a concert movie like Taylor Swift Eras Tour, but I'd still not do it. It would have to be with a super loud Dolby speakers where I would not be disturbing anyone around me. I'd still say don't do it. Yeah, don't do it at all. Unless it's advertised, unless it's a brand new event, do not do it. Wizard of Widgets had this to say, no, it's discourteous and disrespectful to everyone else who also paid for a ticket. Nobody in that theater should be singing, yelling at the screen, or causing any other sort of commotion. Sit and watch the movie quietly. You know what's crazy is people like that will be made fun of. They'll be made fun of. It's like, okay, like we saw one, okay, boomer. It's crazy. This is the normal and correct take to have. It's crazy, man. 2025, we're almost here, man. 2025, I can't imagine what the world's going to be like in 2026. Willie Trill had this to say, we need this concept to go even further. If you go see an action movie, you should be able to start fights with other people in the same theater. I support this. That can't say more. Makiachu had this to say, if you're a grown-ass adult and you get mad at kids for singing during Moana 2 or Wicked, then I think you need to do some serious introspection. The irony in this tweet, eh? The irony. I wonder if somebody goes to theaters and causes commotion. Look at me. I'm so quirky. And I ruin other people's time. Like, I'm a loud person, okay? I'm just being myself, and I'm not going to change for the world, okay? Sometimes my volume is just a little bit louder than other people, okay? I'm different, I'm quirky, I'm cool, and I'm weird, and I'm just like that, okay? King Perez had this to say, The Rock needs to know his damn role and shut his damn mouth. We already got to deal with the, who talk throughout the whole movie. Now he wants people to sing for $17 tickets. No thanks. Not even just $17. It turns out to be like, if you're taking multiple people, it could be $100 night. And it only takes one person, like, the quirky person that we just saw earlier, to ruin the entire experience. And what's crazy to me is the people will sit there and actually have that opinion where it's like, I'm singing along to a movie. You're really a grown-ass man and you're upset about that. Like, yes, I am upset about that. Normal people are upset about that. I don't get it, man. I just do not understand this. Crazy. I don't hate The Rock. I like his movies, but if he's been saying wild stuff like this, man, oh my God. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for being here and watching the video. Check out this video on screen right now if you want to keep watching the channel. YouTube thinks you'll like it the best. I'd love to have you guys over there. Take care, everybody.